Right now at 6, alert day conditions, potentially severe weather coming to the Coulee region. Our First Warn weather team has the breakdown. Plus, a leaky roof and condemned by the city when the Barnes & Noble in Valley View Mall says it will reopen.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is off. We will start with the weather and get a live look outside our La Crosse studio. Right now, there's been a break from the rain that we saw earlier this morning, but for just how long? Our First Warn Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart has the details.
Yeah, we got activity that's going to start developing here. Now, the severe potential is for south of I-90, but everyone will probably see a round of thunderstorms and showers later tonight when activity picks up before it drops off after midnight. The severe threat is really south of I-90. It's really about 8 to midnight, probably like 9 till about 11 if you want to fine tune it anymore. Damaging winds, I would say, is the bigger threat than the other two. Heavy rainfall, it's going to be more spotty than what we saw this morning, but still that is a threat. Overall, we're still very pleasant right now. Upper 40s, low 50s, excuse me. Light winds. Cloud cover has hung around areas that haven't seen precipitation, but we did see a few breaks in the cloud cover. There's your rainfall this morning. Quite a drop off as you go north of La Crosse, almost over an inch. You get into that teal color, you're approaching an inch, and that was towards basically the Wisconsin River area. So quite a bit of rain there, less as you go further north. Now, if we look at right now activity, you see the thunderstorms at Mason City. That's one area. We also had a few storms that developed north of Eau Claire, but notice they have weakened, and that's the other trend. The other area highlighted is we do have fog out there, especially ice-covered areas because of all the warmth out there. That could be an issue before the rain gets here. And notice to the west of Minneapolis, we do have snow back on the system too. There's your activity north of Eau Claire that has weakened, but Ladysmith might see a little bit of rain here. Looks like the thunderstorm is weakened. This is not expected to be severe, but Pea-Size Hill is definitely a possibility with any of these storms given the conditions. And so far quiet. We had a little bit of activity push through Prairie du Chien, Soldiers Grove. That has dissipated. It's fairly quiet there. So later on we'll time out the rest of the storms, how much more rain. And we do still have some spring warmth yet into the weekend, so it's shaping up to be not a bad weekend overall. So we'll explain all that a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, that rainy weather closing down operations at Mount La Crosse, including the bar area. The news went out on its social media pages, though folks were hoping to resume operations tomorrow, but that could be potentially unlikely. And a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading the First Warn weather app. Traffic alert for La Crosse drivers. Bliss Road will close from 7 to 3 p.m. on Monday and Tuesday. It will affect both lanes from Grandad Bluff Road to 29th Street South. That's while crews repair some guardrails. The road will reopen Tuesday afternoon. A News 8 follow-up. The Barnes & Noble at Valley View Mall will reopen tomorrow. It comes after a roof leak. News 8 Now's Grace Monk has more from the newsroom. Grace.
The store closed on Tuesday. On Wednesday, city officials condemned it. Today, the store posting on Facebook saying that the status has been lifted. According to city officials, the closure is tied to water issues. Video shows water dripping from the ceiling into containers. La Crosse Chief Building Inspector says the leak violated multiple city codes.
Wiring was getting wet, suspended ceiling tiles were removed and in the way of sprinkler heads, and then, of course, dripping water.
According to the store's Facebook page, all necessary repairs were completed. The store will reopen tomorrow at 9 a.m. In the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. The La Crosse Mayor's Office wants your help, specifically the future of the North Community Library building. It closes this summer. You can submit your ideas until April 10th. You just send them to Executive Assistant Annette Steele's email. That address is steele@cityoflacrosse.org. We'll also have that address up on our website. Westby Cooperative Creamery earning some top honors. It's French onion dip taking second place at the World Championship Cheese Contest in Madison. The creamery also earned third place for its 2% small curd cottage cheese and 7th place for its 4% small curd cottage cheese. One Sparta man has turned a simple idea into thousands of pairs of shoes for people in need. News 8 Now's Brooklyn Hine has the story.
What started as a short-term church project has now become his personal mission, collecting 10,000 pairs of shoes for Souls for Souls.
And it's kind of neat.
Richard Zidich first launched a shoe drive through his church, bringing in more than 350 pairs. Over the next 5 years, the word spread and donations came in, adding up to 10,000 pairs of shoes sent to Souls for Souls.
When I seen this, I said, well, this is something I can do to give back.
Now he's setting his sights on another goal, collecting another 10,000 pairs for those in need.
If everybody inspired, and we've got over 10,000 people, gave one pair of shoes, we'd have 10,000 pairs of shoes.
The shoe drive has grown so large that Souls for Souls now rents a storage unit in Sparta, giving Zittich space to stack donations until pickup.
It's been amazing. I shake my head every week. Oh, look at the shoes. And it's awesome. It's one of those ways to give back that whoever gives is giving from their heart and it doesn't cost anything.
If you would like to donate gently used shoes, you can drop them off at Sparta Methodist Church on weekdays between 9 and 2. Reporting in studio, Brooklyn Hine, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Winona State hosting its STEM in the Real World, inviting 500 high school students to show how STEM applies to real-world careers. The sessions include over 20 faculty-led hands-on workshops.
They're going to learn about how math can be applied to sound and how solar panels can be reused. So there's just a whole host of different workshops that students are going to get to attend to today.
Faculty from the university's College of Science, Education, and Business all participated. In Houston, Minnesota, it's all about owls. They are hosting the International Owl Festival at the Owl Center, showcasing the latest studies, art, and displays. This year, over 3,000 entries of owl art from children were displayed, coming from 40 different countries.
Actually, the Owl Center is an outgrowth of the festival. When we saw how popular it was and knowing a whole bunch of people don't want to come to Minnesota to learn about owls in early March because of the weather, we thought, well, there's a wolf center, a bear center, a crane center, an eagle center. There's no all-owl education center in the U.S., so that's why we started this.
The International Owl Hall of Fame will also give presentations this weekend. More than 360 people are preparing to jump into frigid Black River Beach waters tomorrow for the annual Polar Plunge for Special Olympics Wisconsin. The fundraiser has already raised $78,000, just $2,000 short of its $80,000 goal. The money stays local to support 250 athletes in the Coulee region.
It's really cool to see the community come together. The Polar Plunge is one of my favorite events to just be at and help run, and to see everyone here on the beach the day of. It's a really cool opportunity to be a part of.
The event kicks off 11 a.m. Saturday at Black River Beach. Participants who raise at least $100 get an official Polar Plunger t-shirt with a unique design for 2026. A busy sports night awaits, and that includes some history being made over at the Lacrosse Center. News 8 Now Sports Director Jacob Lenzendorf joins us with what to expect at Team State Wrestling. Hey, Jacob.
Good evening, Ken. Well, hopefully you can hear me because the atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. It is loud. These fans are proud as there's a bunch of matches from the early window going on right now. Aquinas is up 27-3. They're the 5 seed going against a 4 seed in Marathon, so it's a great start for the Blue Golds. And then coming up later at 7:30, the Holman Vikings are going to be in action in Division 1, and GET Melrose Mindoro, the Titans, will be in action in Division 2. So we have a packed night ahead of us here in wrestling. We've also got the Friday Night Frenzy, which has got some basketball, UWL fighting for their lives, as well as some regional semifinals games and state gymnastics as well. So a busy night lies ahead, and I'll talk to you again later in sports. Ken.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Jacob. Well, we do have a programming note to share with you. If you watch us on DirecTV, you could lose access to our station tonight at 11 p.m. This includes News 8 Now newscasts and CBS programming like college basketball, the CBS Evening News, and 60 Minutes. This also impacts those of you on DirecTV Stream. Of course, you can always watch us for free with an antenna or through our streaming app, News 8 Plus. Our current agreement with DirecTV runs until 11 tonight, and without a new agreement or extension, DirecTV could remove our programming. To learn more about what we're doing to avoid this, you can visit our website at news8000.com. Still to come, Minnesota could join 24 states covering fertility treatments. The IVF insurance bill that advances in the Senate.
Well, hello. Yes, that's right. You read it right. It is the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show here at the Board Store. We've got great values on all your home improvements: windows, doors, kitchens, bathrooms, siding, sunrooms. Greatest prices of the year. Yes, you can begin improving your home and improving your life by coming to the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
To everyone who values tradition, what does tradition mean to you?
Our family's been doing fish fry here for years.
At
Culver's, we make our fish fry the way tradition deserves.
Hand battered, right here in the restaurant.
Right here.
Right here.
The food here never disappoints.
And the best part, we get to sit and enjoy the company. Hey.
Helping you spend time with your family, it's what we're all about.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Lucas!
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More mattresses. Did you know you spend a third of your life sleeping? So you better have the best mattress you possibly can. King has a huge selection to choose from at every price range. We'll even deliver your new mattress and haul away the old one for free. Take time to find the exact mattress you want because you're going to be sleeping on this for a while. Head into King Furniture today.
Stock up and save big at Menards. All prices are value after rebate. Get a 4-pack of USB charging cables, just $2.97. Dawn dish soap is only $4.79. 36-ounce Italian-style beef is just $9.99. A 40-pound bag of wild bird food, only $13.96. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer, plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Building a family through fertility treatments remains a financial struggle for many Minnesota couples. Lawmakers are considering a bill to make those procedures more affordable. Caroline Cummings has the story.
We need fertility coverage.
Last month, advocates rallied at the Capitol building, hoping lawmakers will hear their message. Help us afford to build a family.
This bill is pro-family, bipartisan, and ready to pass.
On Wednesday, they celebrated a step forward, a bill requiring insurance coverage for infertility treatment, including procedures like IVF, advanced out of a Minnesota Senate committee.
We still have 2 embryos left, but without insurance coverage, we can't afford to add to our family. Every day I live knowing the family I dream of could be mine, if only I had insurance coverage.
The legislation would apply to people who have a medical diagnosis and reduce their out-of-pocket costs, which can be thousands of dollars if they don't have coverage today. Studies of other states with similar insurance requirements show the change raises premiums by 1% or less.
Without requiring insurance coverage, the ability to build a family depends on the ability to pay. And I witness this inequity every single day of my work.
The plan, authored by DFL Senator Erin May Quaid, has bipartisan backing, despite concerns raised by some GOP lawmakers about the scope of what it could cover.
I worry, Mr. Chair, that this bill is too broad, and it's not just focused on infertility as a disease and the treatment of it, but it could cover commercial surrogacy as well.
May Quaid says it does not cover surrogacy and believes the bill is essential for Minnesota to catch up with 24 other states with similar laws.
If we want Minnesota to be the best state to raise a child, we have to be the best state to start a child.
Caroline Cummings, WCCO News.
An analysis shows the program would cost about $1.7 million in the first year of implementation, far lower than previous estimates. We will have more news ahead, but first.
Definitely could be a wet and stormy night, at least half the night tonight for a lot of areas, but is also shaping up to be a pretty decent weekend too, with 60s returning. So we'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Unleash your dog's potential at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Our expert trainer makes learning fun and effective, including a wide range of enrichment activities to get your dog's tail wagging. Book your session today. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
I'm a window and door lead foreman here at Asher Lasting Exteriors. It's nice to work for a company that's been around for 50 years. I enjoy coming to work every day. We have a good family culture here at Asher. I enjoy seeing the customers get excited about their new windows and doors. They seem to really like the product we install. I enjoy the job, and I love what I do.
Here's your food.
Thank you.
Hey, your food's right here. Have a nice day.
Thanks, you too. Food's here. Food's here.
Finally. Best pizza in town.
Food's here. We're here. Quick Trip.
At Taco John's, we're serving a higher standard of flavor with seasoned meats, freshly fried shells, and always hot potato olays. That's what we call West Mix. Stuffed grilled tacos are now cheesier and crunchier. Try 2 new flavors for a limited time at Taco John's.
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is the job for Sponsored Jobs.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products you want and need at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Right now, during our spring workwear event, save $5 on men's key work pants, starting at $20.99. Earn $30 in Carhartt bucks when you spend $125 on Carhartt gear. And all men's work and sport boots are 25% off. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, your pup isn't just boarded, they're pampered. From tail wagging daycare to cozy overnight stays, we treat every dog like our own. Safe, clean, and full of fun. Book today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Yeah, we still have the severe storms potential for tonight as the warm front lifts north, followed by the cold front to come through. And although I got 8 to midnight, it's really probably about 9 to 11, or maybe even just 1 hour. It's not a very long time frame. We're going to see the severe weather. Everyone will probably see thunderstorms off and on. The damaging winds is the main threat. We still have a hail potential, and there could be some small hail with a lot of these storms too. We've seen some reports in Minnesota, other areas about, basically pea-sized hail. That could be a possibility too. Most of it's long south of I-90, probably as you get closer to the Wisconsin River. That is the prime area to see some of this. Once again, it'll be past midnight and everything will clear up after that. Most of the highest severe threat is still enhanced well to the south over the Plain States, but this extends up just ahead of the cold front that'll be coming through. You can see where we outlined. Hail is up there, but wind now I think is a better threat as we have a little bit more wind aloft to come through with the cold front. That I think will be the main threat. Further south to southern Wisconsin, they still have that tornado threat, a small one, but there is one notable there for that area. As we zoom in here in the areas, I still got the counties highlighted where it's more probable to see that severe thunderstorms come through. Far less as you go northward. Marginal, we still could see some little small hail or some brief gusty winds with some of these coming through, may just not reach severe criteria. And further to the north, there's going to be a wraparound band that's actually impacting western Minnesota with some ice conditions. Eventually, it'll get there through morning hours along or probably north of Black River Falls or even north of Eau Claire. That could produce a little bit of light snow in the mornings. Could see maybe an inch on some grassy areas as that comes through. And that may stretch all the way down to Wabasha County too. That's a thin area, so I've highlighted that. And we've already seen some rises in creeks, Kickapoo Black, Trempealeau, and the Black. Some of these gauges will probably get at least into action stage through the weekend. We'll see if they go any higher, but for right now, based on the precipitation we've had and the future, looks like that'll be taking place. So if you're allowing that, just keep in mind those are rising up. Now tonight's rainfall, 2 areas. One is a swath that's starting to develop just near Rochester, near Eau Claire, going further north. This will also include some of the wraparound moisture later. And this area to the south is a little bit in question mark how far north this gets. That is where the stronger storms are going to develop potentially. You could get maybe a half to about an inch of rainfall. The rest of the area is very spotty, so it's going to be a hit and miss tonight, unlike we saw a lot of the area south of La Crosse get pretty much widespread rainfall. So this will be, we'll have to keep an eye on this. Otherwise, big picture, there's your low pressure system. There's your tornado watch to the south. That's where storms will develop. And here's that back edge of snow that really pushes all the way up to Minnesota. And eventually they're going to have more ice conditions too on the backside. So still a good winter component to this. The warm front, that's key. How far north it gets is kind of where the lid is, where the severe threat is going to be too. And we've seen some tornado threat. You can see it over Michigan too earlier today along that warm front. So that's what we're watching to the south. Right now we had thunderstorms near Mason City. You see that little hail image? That was just a quarter-size hail. Like a dime-size hail or less than that. So not quite severe too. We've seen a few storms elsewhere going throughout the area, but not seeing too much. There's your fog potential that we have with it. There's your storm that hasn't really developed much, and Mason City to the west. So we're just seeing development here. As we go throughout the time frame, it's really after about 9, you'll start seeing a line develop that's going to push just south of La Crosse. Right there, it starts pushing into the area. You'll clearly see some showers and thunderstorms, but it's this area right here that pushes through a line. Right there, we see some yellow reds that pushes almost a wind threat through the area fairly quickly as we get through noon. Otherwise, we do have that snow threat on the backside. but sunshine comes back in store for Sunday, and that means 60s are back in the forecast. That extends to Monday. Unfortunately, the pattern switches to a more colder, more wintry-like precipitation pattern once we get past Tuesday. So snow and rain come back in more like 40s and 30s instead of the 50s and 60s. So
nice little March mix.
Yeah, it is. Active, but the weekend for the most part, minus Saturday morning, is going to shape it up to be not too bad.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Eagles looking to keep their season alive with a home playoff game. Plus, we are live from Team State Wrestling at the Lacrosse Center. Hear what one coach says is the big key heading into his team's match. Jacob is next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Don't miss Home's preferred customer event. Get up to an extra 15% off sale prices, plus 3-year special financing on your favorite furniture brands in bedroom, dining room, living room, and mattresses. The preferred customer event, only at Home Furniture.
Hello, I'm Franklin Graham. Jesus said, come unto me, all ye who labor and are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. And maybe you've been burdened by the sins of your life and the mistakes, and you just would love to have rest for your soul. Well, I want you to know that God loves you. He made you. He created you. And he sent his son, Jesus Christ, from heaven to this earth to take your sins. That's right. He took your sins to the cross. He died and shed his blood on a cross. And he was buried, but on the third day, God raised him to life. And if we are willing to repent, turn from our sins, tell God that we're sorry, and by faith, believe on Jesus Christ, and invite him to come into our hearts, to take control of our life, God will forgive us and cleanse us. And you can have a new life, a new beginning, starting today, right now. Invite him to come into your heart. God bless you.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
It's the preferred customer event at Home Sleep Express. Get up to 10% off sale prices on Prana Sleep and Thomas Cole Sleep. This Aurora Queen is just $8.99. Plus, get 3-year special financing. The preferred customer event, now at Home Sleep Express.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Good evening, everyone, and hello from the Lacrosse Center, where we've got Team State Wrestling happening behind me right now. 3 area teams are battling tonight to get to the semifinals tomorrow morning. We've got Aquinas in action right now. GET Melman and Holman coming up at 7:30. All going to advance to tomorrow morning. The Aquinas Blue Goals are just wrapping up their match right now as they're taking on the 4-seed Auburndale. As I mentioned, GET Melrose Mindoro taking the mat in Division 2 and Holman in Division 1. Both of those teams entering as the 2-seed out of 8 teams. And Holman head coach Justin Lancaster says at state you need to find a way to win big or lose close.
The biggest key is minimizing points. So if you're going to lose, you got to lose close. If you're going to win, you got to try to win big. So every team we're wrestling is also tough and trying to succeed. So we just got to do our part and just know that we put in the time, the effort, and stay composed and wrestle within yourself.
Now the semifinal round is scheduled for tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and the winning teams from those matches will wrestle at 3 p.m. tomorrow for a state title. Also happening tonight, the start of the NCAA Division III tournament run for the UW Lacrosse men's basketball team as the Eagles are hosting Hope College in about a half an hour. Fresh off an Elite 8 run last year, there will be a sense of familiarity with the pressure and big game atmosphere, but only by a few players. But head coach JT Gritzmacher says at the end of the day, if his squad can execute the way he knows they can, he likes their chances.
We'll have a lot of minutes that weren't here last year. Obviously there is, I mean, JJ, Sam, and Dusty kind of played in that run last year, but after that, there's nobody that played on the court, right? So those veterans are going to have to kind of help everybody else and show them, but at the end of the day, there's nothing different. Like, they just put an NCAA patch on your jersey, you take it off after the game, you put it on the next day. Like, there's really not much difference. It's basketball.
And the winner of tonight's game will face the winner of Claremont Mudscripts and Aurora. That game would also tip off at 6:50 tomorrow night in Mitchell Hall. And finally, our last News 8 play of the week winner is Bangor's Sawyer Jacobson. As with the clock winding down, he would convert in the paint with the eventual game winner to keep the Cardinals' season alive, and they will look to stay alive against second-seeded Regis tonight. So as a reminder of what's all coming up later in the Frenzy at 10, you're not going to want to miss this. We got Teen State Wrestling. We've got some action from Team Gymnastics State happening tonight over in Wisconsin Rapids. We've also got Regional Boys semifinals, plenty of games there, and also UW Lacrosse men and women. We'll have the highlights from the men and some results from the women's game. So a packed night. You are not going to want to miss it in the Frenzy. It's the last one of the 2025-26 school year. Greg's going to have one final check on your forecast after this.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More sofas, more recliners, more mattresses, more of everything. You're gonna find whatever you want, and you're gonna find plenty of it. And it's all priced to go with 0% easy payment plans. And as always, trade in your old furniture for a discount on new. We'll even deliver and haul away for free. Just try that anywhere else. Come visit King Furniture today.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. And now that we've combined networks, T-Mobile covers more places than ever before. America's best network just got bigger. Join now and your plan price is guaranteed for 5 years. T-Mobile and US Cellular, better together.
Get the lowest prices of the year during sales fair at Nelson Agri Center, Friday, March 13th through Saturday, March 21st. Get huge savings on Milwaukee Power Tools. Stock up on paint with our buy one, get one specials. We'll have deals on fencing, gates, seeds, and more for your farm. Plus, get an $8 store credit towards already low prices with the junk battery trade-in sale. Thousands of items will be on sale at the lowest prices of the year at Nelson Agri Center, downtown Viroqua.
All right, I've narrowed the time even down further. It's probably 9 until midnight, and now well south of I-90. It looks like that warm front will get just up to the Wisconsin River area. So those counties there could have stand for severe. Otherwise, you're out and about. Don't forget the dense fog possibility with all the warm air and moisture out there. Saturday a little cooler, but Sunday, besides the wind, shaping up pretty good.
Pretty darn good, in fact. All right. And then more March 40s.
Exactly.
Next week.
It's back.
Thanks for joining us at 6. We'll see you at 10.